today, in this video, I am going to give you a little bit of a plant tour. Okay, kind of a big bit of a plant tour. My room is full of plants right now. House plants, succulents, cuttings I'm propagating, some seeds I've grown, and I thought I could make a short video that would document them all right now because definitely a lot of them are in stages of their growth that they won't be in for much longer. So I think it'll be fun to have a look around and take some footage of everybody so you can see them and I can show them off. And maybe we'll even name some guys in the meantime because I'd like to give more of them names than currently have them. Alright, let's get started. Alright, here is the first batch of plants that I want to introduce everybody to. In this first propagation station here, we have golden pothos. Doing well. We got some big leaves on these guys. I'm pretty sure they've been rooting in this jar for probably over a week now. If I hold it up and you see in there, he's got some little roots growing, and that's really nice to see. Sharing this jar along with him, I have his Raven ZZ cutting, which I'm really quite excited about. I'm hoping he's going to take off in here. I've heard they can really be so-so when you propagate them with stem and leaf cuttings because naturally they actually develop rhizomes that you would separate from the mother plant. So his root growth is definitely minimal at best right now, but I am seeing some teeny tiny baby boys on there, and that really gives me hope that he's gonna like shoot them out, and I'm gonna get to propagate the plant out of there. And last but not least, we have this little croton cutting, and he's actually just a little bit small because the plant I got him from was really not that big. So his roots, I don't know if you can really see in there as well, but they're really not starting to be as developed yet. And moving on down, we have in here some rooted already. I believe this is, yeah, pothos. This would just be jade pothos, I believe. And I think this is neon pothos, but I might be mistaken. It could actually be a philodendron. I haven't seen it shoot a new roof. I actually just soil propagated it right in here from a cutting, so that was kind of a experiment of its own variety. But it was very fun. Down here, these are actually some more cuttings that I got today. I'm super excited about. I believe these are both varieties of croton. Definitely this guy here. He's just a little bit bigger than that other guy I was telling you about in there. So I'm hoping his roots will take off. And then this guy with the crinkly, curly leaves, I was told is probably still a croton variety, and I definitely very similar looking. But he has a whole ton of nodes down there, and so I'm really hoping he'll take off and make really nice roots as well. Moving on down here, we have a couple older cuttings again, a couple more Raven ZZ plant cuttings, and this one is sharing with some variegated ivy, and oh, I think this is the one I'm actually really excited about. If you'll just let me turn his jar around, you can see, he's got roots! His roots are, I think, really coming along the best out of all the Raven ZZ plant cuttings I have so far. Very excited. And in here, we just, again, have some more cuttings. I took a couple when I had the chance, and, like, I really am hoping that at least some of them take off because I would just love to have one of these plants. Alright, and if we go back over to this first station again, you'll see on this side here, we've got some dwarf umbrella trees rooting in this here. We have some new pothos cuttings rooting in here, which is super exciting. They don't have any roots yet, but they're going to get some hopefully soon. In here we actually have a little succulent garden. So you'll see some jade plants, aloe, and they're living in there very happy. And in the back here we have a Dracaena plant. also rooting in the water back there. And right down here, we actually have two little air plants, Tilensanda and Tilancia. I get that one mixed up. And both of these guys just like to sit on this geode I have here, so that's nice. Moving on top of my bookshelves here, we have a dwarf umbrella tree that I've actually gotten to root in the water, so I've transferred him to some dirt here. A Phalaenopsis moth orchid, which I have actually repotted into some fresher sphagnum moss. I'm hoping to promote some root growth. This guy hasn't made flower stalks in a couple years, so I'm going to see if I can help him get a little healthier. Back behind him, we have another Dracaena rooting in water. And here we actually have a baby mimosa tree, which I rescued from along the side of somebody's fence one time. At a park, at the fence at a park. It was a nice little dude. And I thought he would enjoy living. Living basically. I rescued him right before winter. All right, and if we move across on top of my other bookshelf, we have one large golden pothos pot here, making some new growth even right there, looking just lovely. Back behind it, we've got some green onions sprouting. Those are actually just from some store tips. We have some moss I'm actually trying to get to grow here. And we've got some ivy, which I've just put in there, and I'm hoping it'll really take root, hopefully start expanding, growing out and down, really get nice and long and drapey eventually. We've got another golden pothos right over here doing big and beautiful things. And right back there we got Zuki, the bamboo plant, hanging out, having a good old time. And, alright, I would say that's just about everybody on this side of the room. Alright, coming over here to my desk area, you can kind of see it's just become, I mean, it's still a desk, you know, just because it's covered in plants. Anyway, here we have a whole bunch of bok choy. This was actually called the Hong Winter variety, and that's why it's got this like almost darker green color here. It's kind of purplish in real life. I don't know how well it picks up over the camera. But this is the Hong Winter variety bok choy, and it's been very fun to grow from seed. I started it all in these tiny pots, and then once they had a couple true leaves, I transferred them into these bigger pots, which I think I'm going to let them grow in for a while. But they're really doing great. They're really strong and adorable, and I think they're going to be really good eats, so I'm very excited about that. Over here, we have just talk about this big mama of a spider plant I've had since I think since 2020, 2021, sometime last year or the year before that ago. And when I got it, it was mostly these kind of down here, these little droopier guys were coming out. All of these kind of sticking up dudes you see that have grown out real strong here have grown in the time I've had it. It's really just took off. And apparently it's root bound because when it's root bound is when it makes these sticks that you can see with the little pup plants. Oh, so cute on them. And it has made actually not just one, but I get my camera over here, two of these little sticks with so many little pups. So I'm really excited. They're not quite big enough to propagate yet, but I'm excited to propagate this spider plant's babies when they're big enough. Now down over here, he's looking empty over here, but it's actually because this is where I am starting some seeds right now. These are hopefully going to be moonflowers, evening glory moonflowers, I believe. Right now I'm just about keeping that soil moist, and probably gonna miss that a little bit once I'm done, and just making sure they get enough light to germinate. Over here we have some more spider plant babies in this pot.
These are actually from somebody else's plant, some babies that I got, and I was able to successfully water root them, and then I just popped them in here, and I've been, keeping the soil wet, but making sure not to overwater, and I really think they're starting to get accustomed to living in this dirt pot. So I'm excited to have a new little spider plant babies pot. And let's see, right over here is my aloe dude, which I actually just moved over to the desk today. And he's doing all right. He's a little leggy. He's a little, this pot is too big for him. This is an aloe that I got from somebody water rooted, actually, I think. And I transferred it to this pot. And it was kind of early in my houseplant, even earlier in my houseplant career. And I didn't really know what I was doing. So this pot is really way too big for this guy, and sometime this summer I might try to like repot him and then get him like reaccustomed to it, maybe feel a little happier about that, about a smaller pot, and being, like warm and light out. When it's warm and light out, I'll do that. So we'll see, but he's doing all right for now. He's making new growth, so I'm happy for him. Oh my gosh, over here, oh my goodness, I got this plant today. I bought him because I saw these little guys in those, and I was like, oh my god, they were in these plastic boxes, and I was like, I have to rescue you, sir. And I got this little guy, and oh, he's getting him. Stop getting him. Oh my god, leave him alone. Literally, the snake plant will not stop trying to get this guy's little pincers, but I love him. This is my new Venus flytrap, and I'm really excited to learn about how they grow. I'm really hoping this guy does well and gets bigger. And over here we have my bow, my Monstera Dansoni, which unfortunately he is down to one leaf right now. And not the best, maybe, most luscious Monstera you've ever seen. No. I'll be real. This guy got kind of frost damaged when I bought him in the mail. I didn't really make the best decision. I might have bought him on a whim when I really wanted one, even though it was like 19 degrees outside. So then when he got here, even though like he was packaged well, he had a heat pack and everything, but like it was so cold when he got here. It was just not so good for him. So I don't know if this guy will make it, but I'm hopeful yet because that leaf persists. So thank you, Bo. Thank you. And then lastly, over here, I have actually this is a lovely white rose. This was just a gift actually given to me by a very kind friend. And so she just, one day, I came in and there was this rose in this little pot. And I've actually, he's been blooming, but I have repotted this guy since I got him because the pot he came in was just so darn small. It was like a nursery pot size, and he's just a tall guy, and I was like, you need more space. But his blooms have been doing really well, and the repotting process was, I didn't want to disturb his roots since he was blooming much, so I honestly, I just like dumped him out of the nursery pot and like put more dirt and put him in this bigger pot so his roots could expand and grow, and I think that was probably the best thing I could have done for him because he's been looking even better since then. So yeah, I think that is just about everybody for the whole plant tour in the whole dang room. Alrighty, I think that was just about every little boy I have here in my room. So thank you so much for coming along with me on this little plant tour. I really loved going around my room and talking about each of my little plants. So thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.